Alright. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure the stream's popped up on the phone here. Yeah. This is What Remains of Edith Finch. Okay. As you can tell, there's a big-ass family tree. Alright, we are Edith there at the top. Most of these people in the family tree are dead. I've played this game 2 or 3 times on the PS4. It did not have a platinum. I did not know it honestly had a platinum now, but it was for cheap and I got it for the PS5. So we're playing it again. Let's get it. Real quick, actually, let me, okay, never mind.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this does say platinum. I do have a little bit of alcohol in my system. This is kind of a short game. Could probably complete it in maybe 3-4 hours, maybe 5 or 6. I say short, but that doesn't really seem that short. But I've also played this game quite a bit, so...
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Alright, our first trophy here is taking the 2 packs. Around and take the upper one, and then take the lower one again. Welcome, welcome.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
I thought I could run in
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew.
Nope. Okay, the triangle opens up the fucking pause menu for some reason. That's cool.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
This is the Platinum, so if y'all want to play this game, it is a cool little indie game that tells the story of Edith Finch's family tree, who pretty much all tragically died in this one house. But our first trophy is taking the 2 paths to the house. We pretty much just have to walk one path and then turn around and walk the other one. Make sure to just take the 2 paths. We are going to be checking the trophies as we go. That was a giant deer. That was a big ass deer. How do you get through that? Very drunk.
No one had driven this way in a long time. Alright. But I saw a few hoof prints.
There's our first trophy. All roads. How many trophies are there to this game? Real quick. 12? Easy. Easy fucking money. I could have this done in like 2.5, 3 hours if we get it. If we rush and make sure also to be just safe and get everything on the first playthrough. Let me double check what the trophies are. So, finish all stories, done. Look in all peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Catch 2 rabbits. I know that. I know that one. 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 Take a picture of the white rabbit outside Edith Finch National Park. Okay. Replay a story after completing the game. Okay. Easy. We literally just have to get inside. Our main one we have to worry about is all the peepholes. That one is kind of easily missable if you're not looking for or listening to all of the story.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Eventually, we're gonna have to get all the way there to the tippy top.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
And if you look, alright, we got Edith, Gregory, Gus, Walter. Looks like Odin was born the earliest. And then there's Sven, Ingeborg, Kay, and Sanjay. Yep, we gotta squeeze through the cat door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
So last time we lived here was 11 of 6 years ago.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
W.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Nice.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Peephole number 1.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Alright.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Huh. Alright, our first door is going to be that blue room, but we are going to look in everything, double check all the peepholes
Molly
and
always
stuff
seemed
first.
like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I love that.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't on the inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Excuse me.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
So, like, as you complete the stories and stuff, more and more of the house unlocks.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Alright, this is going to go into Barbara's room, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh, fuck.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth
Alright, this
nibbling
is our next
on the
trophy.
grass.
We have to catch 2 rabbits in 2 swoops.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
Got that? Got that
She was
trophy?
almost
Catch 2
2
rabbits
meters
with
in the
only 2
air.
swoops?
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Bro. Forgot about this part.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Alright,
When
this
I
is the
opened
fisherman
my
one.
eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Alright, this is our next trophy. Where we have to listen to the drunken sailor finish a song. So we're just gonna sit here for a minute. Nice.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. Closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. It's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the
Alright,
sense
ladies and
Edie
gentlemen.
had spent a lot of time here. Before
Appreciate
my
everybody
mom
for
slammed
joining
the
in
door.
today. I'm not gonna lie, low-key keep getting really tired. I haven't slept since work, but I appreciate everybody for joining in. I will end up finishing this tomorrow.
I grew up looking at
If y'all
Mommy's
enjoyed the
room
content,
through
hit
the
the like
peephole.
button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, I love y'all, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. Peace.